Let's take an example over here. Okay, and let's say we have Nifty future. Okay, assume that even though Nifty is more than that, assume that Nifty is 5,000. Okay, each contract of Nifty is worth 50. So so there are two available. One is 50 and another is 20. 20 is called as mini Nifty. This is your 50. Okay, so mini Nifty is 20 and this is okay. Let's say we take 20. Okay, let's say we take 20. So we have mini Nifty. Mini Nifty is also based on the Nifty only. Okay, so what is the value of each contract? So 5,000 into 20, 1 lakh. So 1 lakh is the value of each contract. Okay, you have Camlin portfolio is how much? You have Camlin portfolio of 1 crore. 1 crore is nothing but 100 lakh. So you have 100 lakh Camlin portfolio. You want to know how many futures will be required. Okay, let's say the beta of Camlin portfolio is 1.25. Okay, beta of Camlin is 1.25. Okay, how many contracts will be required? So remember the number of contracts, we said that number of contracts is equal to hedge ratio into value of the asset to be hedged divided by value of the futures contract. Here hedge ratio is equal to 1.25 because hedge ratio is nothing but equal to beta, okay, into value of portfolio is 100 lakh. Each Nifty future is 1 lakh. So I require 125 mini Nifty future to hedge the portfolio. So 125 mini Nifty future will be required. Now let us try to understand the rationale behind it. Okay. So think about, so this is like 125. Okay. So 125 is the number of futures required. Okay. Now let's say we hold Camlin. Why we should go long in Nifty? Why we should go long in Nifty? We should go short. Why? Because we are already holding Camlin. If think about this. Okay, so Nifty is independent variable. Camlin is dependent variable. If Nifty increases, Camlin increases. Okay. Now what you are doing is you are going long on Nifty. Okay. So your Nifty is increasing, your long on Nifty is increasing, your Camlin is increasing. Okay, everywhere your thing are increasing. Okay, so it is like a risk to you when Nifty decreases. What happens if Nifty decreases? If Nifty decreases, long of Nifty decreases, your Camlin also decreases. So if Nifty decreases, you are suffering here and here both. Okay, so you should have a position. So always I think that what should a hedge be? Okay, hedge will be when Nifty is increasing, okay, my Camlin is increasing, okay, I am okay. But when Nifty is decreasing, my Camlin is decreasing, I should have something which should increase. If that thing is increasing, what is happening is this increase and this decrease will get compensated and I will get zero. That means when I get zero, that is my hedge. No, in case of mustard, we had to go short. We had to go short in case of mustard because we are holding mustard. Remember I said Coca-Cola should go should go short. Dhampur sugar should go long. Oh, sorry. Coca-Cola should go short and Dhampur long, and Dhampur sugar should go short because Coca-Cola want to buy sugar in the future. It does not have. So if you see this particular note, okay, we have like specified over here that a long future hedger does not currently own the asset. So if you do not currently own the asset, you will go long. A short future, hedger owns the asset. If you are owning, you will go short. If you are not owning, you will go long. Dhampur sugar mill, it was long on the asset, so it had gone short. Okay. So what we have over here is Okay, so in this example of Camlin, we have number of mini futures required will be 125. Number of mini futures will be required. Okay. Now let us try to understand the rationale behind this 125. So from 5,000, let's say there's an increase in Nifty by 10%. Okay. So when Nifty increases by 10%, what can be said about Camlin? How much Camlin will increase? Can I say 12.5%? Right? So 10% into beta, so 10% into beta will be the increase. Okay. So from 5,000, it has become 5,500 in value. Okay. So change is 500. Per contract 500. So 500 into 125. Okay. And each contract was worth 20. Each contract was worth 20. So 20 into 500 is how much? 110,000. Okay. So 1 point or 12.5 lakh. How much is this? 12.5 lakh. So the increase is 10,000. 12.5 lakh is the increase in Nifty. Okay. Right. Since you are short in Nifty future, so you will be losing money. So you have lost 12.5, negative 12.5 in the mini Nifty future. Camlin, you have a worth of 100 crore portfolio, 1 crore portfolio or 100 lakh portfolio. Okay. So this is increasing by 12.5. So Camlin will increase by 12.5 lakh. Okay. It's a positive. So this year you are getting positive, here you are getting negative. What is the net effect? 0. Okay. So that means you are hedged. Okay. The same rationale could have been taken by taking a decrease in the price. So I could have taken a decrease in the price of Nifty by minus 10%. So here it would have become 4,500, decrease is 500 into 220 into 125. So the total gain, because I was short in the Nifty future, I would have gained 12.5 lakh. Okay. And here I would have lost minus 12.5 lakh. So again, it's a complete hedge. So what is happening is you can use Nifty based futures or mini Nifty futures or this to hedge your portfolio even when your stock is not having futures. Correct? Okay. Now what we can say is, okay, there can be other uses. Okay, there can be other uses. Okay. Now typically what happens is, okay, as a portfolio manager, okay, you will not always want to hedge. Okay, hedging, you will not want to hedge always 100%. Okay, I don't want to hedge 100%. Okay, but if I want to hedge maybe 40%, it may be required. I may want to hedge 40%. In that case, in the earlier case, I would have required only 40% of 125 or how much? 50 contracts I would have shorted. Okay. Now I want to ask you. Okay, this is a may look like a silly question, but it is a question that if you can answer, it will be very useful. Okay, when I have shorted the futures, what can be said about beta of my portfolio? Please note that here I am saying portfolio. Portfolio now is made up of Camlin and Nifty futures, right? Even though I have shorted, this is a part of my portfolio, right? So what I am saying is I have shorted 50 Nifty futures or mini Nifty futures. Okay, my portfolio beta before shorting was 1.25. After I have shorted, my question is, will my beta increase or will my beta decrease? Beta of the overall portfolio. So from 1.25 it should increase or it should decrease. Okay, before that I want to ask you a question. If I had shorted 125 mini Nifty future, what is my beta? After shorting 125 futures, what is the beta of my portfolio? If you had shorted 125 mini Nifty, what was the beta? Can I say beta became 0? That is why I became hedged. I was not susceptible to increase in the market or decrease in the market. So when I'm hedged, my beta is 0. Okay. So what happens is when you are shorting the mini nifty, okay, when you are shorting the market, you are going short, it is decreasing in the beta. So think about this, okay, when you are shorting future, okay, which are based on market index, when you are shorting market future, your beta will decrease. When you are going long on the futures, your beta will increase. Okay, so short in the future means beta will decrease, long in the future means beta will increase. Okay, so short future with beta will decrease, long future beta will increase. Okay, so what happens is when you are hedging complete hedge, beta is equal to 0. You may want to do a partial hedge. That is what managers many time will do, is they will say, no, my beta of my Camlin stock is 1.25. Okay, so he will say that I am taking more risk. Beta of 1.25, beta of greater than 1 means you are taking more risk than market, right? So you are taking more risk than market. You will say, no, I want to take as much risk as market. I want to make beta equal to 1. Okay, so in examination you can get question that, okay, so beta of a portfolio is 1.25, the value of the portfolio is 100 lakh. Okay, mini nifty contracts are available. Okay, each contract is 20. Okay, and the value is based, let's say, 5,000. Okay, beta of mini nifty contract is obviously 1. Okay, from 1.25 I want to make beta as 1. Okay, how many contracts I should short or go long? Okay, first of all I should short, because if I want to decrease beta, I will be shorting the future. Okay, but the question is how much, by how much futures I should short so that beta will become 1. Okay, so here what is happening is, think about it. Okay, when we found out the hedge ratio was equal to beta. Okay, here what is happening is you are not decreasing your beta to be 0. Okay, you are making beta to be 1. Okay, so think about what we are saying over here is, okay, your earlier portfolio beta was 1.25. Okay, now the portfolio beta is 1. Okay, your portfolio is made up of Camlin and obviously those futures which you have shorted. Okay, can I say that, okay, once you have sorted the futures, it will decrease this? Okay, so can I say that beta into value of portfolio, okay, without futures will be equal to, okay, what can we write? Or we can write like this: beta of into value of futures minus beta of futures into your notional value. Okay, since beta of future we know is, since that is measured with respect to this index only, it will be 1 into notional value, okay, will be equal to your beta of target into value of the portfolio. Can we say that? So this is a beta original into value of portfolio minus beta of future into notional value of each contract into the number of contract, okay, into the number of contract will be equal to beta of target into value of portfolio. Can we say this? So what is happening is, this was a beta of portfolio, okay, 1.25 into the value of portfolio. What you have shorted is, you have shorted some number of contract whose beta was 1, the notional value was NV. What is notional value? Notional value is value of one contract. Here we are saying value of one contract. Here one contract was equivalent to 20, each was 5,000. So the notional value of each contract was 1 lakh. Okay, so this we are saying. So what is happening is, you have this guy is 1.25, this guy is 1, okay, into notional value into number of contract will be equal to beta of target, right? With this knowledge, okay, just I want to derive, if you are not in comfortable position, okay, you may so we said that beta into value of portfolio minus beta into notional value into number of contract, okay, will be equal to beta target into beta of portfolio. So here my beta original was 1.25. I had targeted to make it 1. Okay. So in this case, just correct me if I am wrong. Can we put beta original into value portfolio minus beta of Nifty, mini Nifty, which is essentially 1, into notional value of each contract into the number of contract is equal to beta target into value of portfolio. Now what I will do is I will bring this V0 minus beta target over here into value of portfolio. This I will bring it over here equal to notional value into number of contract. So the number of contract that you will require will be beta original or starting minus beta target into value of portfolio divided by notional value. Please note that here I implied short. So it implies short. Okay, so it implies you are shorting. Even though you will not get any negative sign, it implies shorting because here I have taken negative number. If you are not taking negative number, you can put plus. Okay, and essentially it will become minus at the end. Okay, so think about it. If you are owning the stock and you want to decrease the beta, you will go short. You want to decrease the beta, you will go short. You want to increase the beta, you will go long. So here what is the initial beta? 1.25. Target beta was 1. Value of the portfolio was 100 lakh. The notional value was 1 lakh. Right? So the number of contract you will require is 25. So if you short 25 contracts, okay, what will happen is you will bring down the beta portfolio from 1.25 to 1. Okay. Now think about how it will bring in. Okay. So I am saying that the beta will be brought down to 1. Okay. Now think about if market is increasing by 10%. If let's say stock market in Nifty increase by 10%. Okay. How much the portfolio will increase having a beta of 1.25? It will increase by 12.5%. But what happens is this guy you have shorted, because of that there will be losses. Okay, so 25 contract means 25 lakh. Okay, so what happens is 12.5% means an increase of 12.5 lakh. Okay, minus 25 lakh, there's a decrease of 10%. So there will be decrease of how much? 2.5 lakh. So what is the total increase in the portfolio value? 10 lakh. So 100 crore, 10% increase, 10 lakh. Beta is 1. So this is how you have got the target beta 1 as the portfolio. So this is being done by portfolio managers many times because they want this beta to decrease. Okay, many times what happens is portfolio managers want to increase the beta also. In this case, they will go long in the contracts. Okay. So if you see, this is how we have the, so you have a target beta of B star. So you want to find out the number of contracts. Okay, if you want to find out the number of contracts, so if you want to find out the number of contracts, so this is what happens. This is the formula: beta target minus beta. So beta target, current beta, current portfolio value, value of one futures contract. So this is how your N will be. And if you make beta target as 0, which is what, it's completely hedged portfolio. It's a completely hedged portfolio. Beta target will become 0. So N will be equal to minus beta into PA. This is what we are saying. So negative signs mean you are shorting. Okay, or you may want to increase the target also. Okay, beta the portfolio also you may want to increase. So let's take an example of this. Okay, which you have to solve. Okay, so a portfolio of $10 million, okay, has beta of 1.2. Okay, fund manager want to increase beta to 1.5. How many S&P 500 futures contract will he go long or short to achieve this? Okay. Assume, okay, one contract is based on $250,000 notional value. Okay. So this is what we are saying. So one contract is based on $250,000 notional value. Beta of 1.2 is with respect to S&P 500. Please note that you cannot have this beta with respect to S&P Nifty and you are saying that you are hedging with S&P 500 because we have taken that this beta to be 1. Okay. So portfolio 10 million, beta of 1.2. You want to increase the beta to 1.5. How many S&P 500 futures required? Okay, one contract notional value is 250,000. So what do we have over here? So your beta target is how much? 1.5. Your initial beta is 1.2 into you have 10 million over here. You have 0.25 million over here. Okay. So this implies 0.3 into 10, 3 divided by 0.25. So the number of contract will be 12. Since this value is positive, he is going long. Okay. So when your beta target minus beta original, this implies plus. Okay. So you are going long. So the number of contracts you will go long is 12. Okay. Right. Please note these are the type of questions you will be getting in the examination. So it's nothing to worry much. Okay. And you can expect this type of questions. Now the next aim is asking us to what is meant by rolling the hedge forward. Okay. Now we have covered this. Like what is rolling the hedge forward in the Meta-Gesellschaft case study? What we said is you will buy short-term futures contract. Okay. You will buy short-term futures contract, and what you will do is okay you will keep on rolling. So when the short-term expire, you will buy another short-term. So let's say if you have a horizon of 12 months, okay, what you will do is you will buy 1 month futures contract and you will roll it. Okay. The problem with when you are rolling the hedge forward is coming because of the basis. Okay. If your basis is because of the basis, you can lose. Okay. Please note that when you are in a backwardation situation, okay, in a backwardation situation, rolling the hedge forward will make you more money. Okay. In a contango situation for a long, okay, it will be loss. Okay. The risk that is being faced by the person who is rolling this hedge forward is the basis risk of the original hedge. Okay, that means you have basis risk between, let's say, mustard and palm. Second is you are doing palm oil rolling, so you will have the risk that is you are facing in terms of backwardation or contango. So your basis risk for each new hedge, which is called as a rollover basis risk. So this is what we saw that it caused problem with the Meta-Gesellschaft company. Okay. So these are the risks that this strategy faces. We have done with problem also, right?